The truth is, men can orgasm without ejaculation. Guys, that is correct. In fact, men can have multiple orgasms without ejaculating their vital life force energy, right? This is knowledge. This is information that nobody taught us. And so in this video, I'm going to break down this esoteric knowledge for you all to understand in a very easy way. So stay tuned until the very end. What's poppin' YouTube? It's your boy Sabby. Thank you so much for tuning into another episode. Welcome to my channel, guys. The fact is, they lied to us, right? Nobody taught us this. And it's not so much that they lied to us. It's just the fact that people don't really know about this. And I didn't, learn this growing up from my parents. I took sex education. I took, health classes back in middle school, high school. No teacher taught me this, that men can actually orgasm without having to ejaculate their vital life force energy, right? We were taught to believe that the ejaculation and the orgasm for a male, is one process, but that's actually incorrect. They're two separate processes, right? You can ejaculate without having an orgasm, and you can have an orgasm without ejaculation, right? Because the ejaculation is just, the release of the semen or the seminal fluid through your penis. And the orgasm is a release of neurochemical messengers like dopamine, prolactin, other hormones, right, throughout your nervous system and obviously in your brain. And that's what causes that euphoric, ecstatic feeling that you feel when you have an orgasm, right? So another thing I want to talk about is men can have multiple orgasms. We were taught to believe that only women can have multiple orgasms. Guys, no, men can as well, and they can still keep going. They can still keep going as long as they don't ejaculate, because as soon as you ejaculate, right, there's a dipping down of, that arousal state. There's a dipping down of your testosterone, right? As soon as you ejaculate, you either want to go to sleep, right? You're not so much attracted to your partner anymore. You get tired, right? Laziness kicks in. It depletes you. And then there's that, refractory period where you need time to, build up that charge again, that magnetism again, before you can go again for, another sexual encounter, guys. And so it's very important that, we hold on and cultivate that semen inside of us, because that is liquid gold. It's vidya. It's potent, right? It has enough potency to create life, to bring forth life, guys. It's full of vital proteins. It's full of nutrients. It's full of minerals. Obviously, it's full of our DNA and chromosomes that, allow it to even fertilize with an egg and to create a baby, guys. So, cultivating that semen is so important, because if you're mindlessly ejaculating over time, guys, you're causing havoc on your immune system, right? You're more susceptible to disease. You're more susceptible to getting sick. You're more susceptible to aging quicker, right? People die early because they're always ejaculating. So you have to be mindful of really conserving and then cultivating and then allowing the semen to heal your body. It has healing powers, guys. And I'm not just making up this information. Check out this book right here, Cultivating Male Sexual Energy by Montauk Chia. This is a classic book, guys, an ancient, Taoist wisdom about semen retention, right? And not even semen retention, but how men can practice, multiple orgasms without ejaculation, right? It also dives a little bit into tantra and kareza, which are bonding based, forms of sex rather than fertilization based forms of sex, guys, right? Today, in today's modern terms, guys, we're only focused on fertilization-based sex. And even then, right, women are taking contraceptives like birth controls, IUDs, even men are wearing condoms, and so, yeah, we're still ejaculating for the fertilization-driven purpose, but there is no fertilization happening unless you're, going in raw, guys. And it's only for that orgasmic feeling, but there's actually more emotional and mental, forms of having sex, guys, a deeper connection, if you want to call it, like tantra or kareza, right? Do your own research on that. And also I'll be making more videos talking about those subjects, guys. So how can we really gain control of our ejaculation, guys? How can we orgasm without ejaculating? Let's break it down. So our nervous system, right, there's two modes. Let's call it, the sympathetic mode and the parasympathetic mode, right? And so in the sympathetic mode, right, we are in a tense state. right? We're breathing from our chest, shallow breathing, when we're stressed out, maybe at work, maybe we're driving in traffic, maybe we have, problems in our life, and we're focused on that response, that sympathetic response. We're tense, guys. We're not allowing our bodies to relax. And the parasympathetic, on the other hand, is a relaxed state, right? Para refers to parachute, right? When somebody jumps out of a plane and opens up their parachute, the parachute slowly brings them back down, right? It slowly allows them to land to safety, right? So same thing, guys. The parasympathetic mode allows us to relax, right? To chill, to calm down. And when it comes to ejaculation control, it's very important that we activate that parasympathetic nervous system and allow it to kick in, because that's what's going to help us control our ejaculation. And the best way, guys, to do that is to practice deep breathing, deep belly breathing, right? It's important that we practice breathing from our belly and not from our chest. So at any given time, guys, always look at your breath. How are you breathing? Right? Are you breathing through your chest, shallow, short breathing, or are you breathing long, deep breathing from your belly, right? Your belly is what allows you to relax, because you see, your second brain is in your gut. Your second brain is in that area. And so when you can really breathe into that area, that allows you to calm down, to bring down your cortisol levels, right? And that's what allows you to, especially if you're having sex, right? Let's talk about it. If you're having sex, notice how you're breathing when you're having sex. You're going to notice that all your energy is really conjured up at your sacral chakra, or at your, penis, your reproductive organs. It's really conjured up there. And the best way to move that energy around is to breathe. So when you're stroking, guys, remember to breathe deeply. And that's going to allow you to slow down and allow that, energy to disperse throughout your body. It's very important, guys, that when you're having sex, that you don't rush to the orgasm, because that's another thing we've been taught, is that, sex is all about getting to the orgasm. It's all about getting to the end. No, sex is actually a journey, right? It's not about getting to the destination, guys. Then again, right, we haven't been taught that bonding-based sex like tantra or kareza are mainly, they're meant to be long, periods of sex, like maybe an hour, 2, 3 hours. You can have sex that long, as long as you're coming at it from that perspective and you're not focused on ejaculation. Rather, you're focused on the love making. Rather, you're focused on, getting in touch with your body, but also your partner's body, right? You really have to feel and be able to sense those subtle changes, that you feel throughout your body and through your energy. And also, you have to take your partner's energy into account as well, guys. But remember to breathe deeply. That's really going to slow down your ejaculation, right? It's going to make sure that you don't bust too quickly or you don't come too quickly. Now that we have the deep breathing in mind, guys, the next step is when you're stroking, right? When you're stroking and you're like maybe 1 or 2 strokes away from busting, guys, pull back, right? Contract that PC muscle, contract that pelvic floor muscle, right? And this is the muscle that you use when you're holding back pee, right? Like you got to go pee really bad, but you're holding it, right? That's what you're doing. You're contracting that muscle. Or when you have to go poop really bad, right? You're contracting that PC muscle to hold everything in. Same thing, guys. This is going to take practice, right? It's going to take you time to get in tune with your body. But let's say you're 1 stroke away or 2 strokes away, right? Pull back, guys, pull back, contract that muscle. The orgasm will kick in, right? You're going to feel this orgasmic feeling. And as soon as it kicks in, guys, and as soon as you feel like you're about to bust, breathe. Breathe through your belly, breathe throughout your body. And that energy, instead of, coming out and spilling through, semen, it's going to pull back. It's going to be retained within you, guys, but you're going to feel the energy disperse throughout your whole body, causing your body to shake. You're going to feel goosebumps. It's going to be a full body orgasm, guys, as a man. And look, in the beginning, you may spill over. In the beginning, you may not be able to get it perfect. In the beginning, it might not be as intense as it will be if you start practicing and start getting into it, and guys, it's very easy to do, because as soon as you pull back and you retain, right, and you feel that sensation, right, there is a small period of time where maybe you need to just, chill for like a minute or 2, but you're ready to go again. right? If you had spilled, if you had ejaculated, then you're pretty much done until like 30, 40, 50 minutes for round 2. And even after round 2, then you're done for the night, right? Especially as you get older. When you're 18, it's different, but when you're 30, 35, it's a different story at that time either, guys, right? But with this kind of, internal orgasm, with this kind of, ejaculation rather than ejaculation, right? I feel like I can go again. I feel like I can go every day, right? I feel like I can do it every single day because I'm not releasing that vital fluid. And because I'm not releasing it, I'm good to go, guys. You see, the brain thinks that when you ejaculate, you have done your job for fertilization, and so you're good for the next few days, right? Because I told you, there is that depletion of hormones, there is that depletion of energy, right? There is that release of pretty much everything that you had stored within you. And so, your body needs time to recharge and build up that supply of nutrients again, And so this is an introductory way, guys, that you can orgasm without ejaculation, especially if you're practicing semen retention. Like I said, it's to practice deep breathing, to calm down your nervous system, to get into that parasympathetic response, right? To really slow everything down. And then also, guys, when you're stroking, when you're having sex, to get to the edge, but then pull back, contract with those PC muscles. You can have more orgasmic sex. You can have better and longer sex, guys, more bonding based sex rather than ejaculation focused sex, guys. And that's really the point of practicing tantra, right? It's more focused on the energetic, the spiritual connection rather than just the physical, lust aspect of sex, guys. And that's really the difference. It makes a whole difference in the entire experience, guys. But this is my message for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll be back with more videos, regarding the subject. We'll talk about other ways to orgasm, and we'll talk about, the effect of orgasm on monogamy. The list goes on, guys. I have a bunch of subjects to talk about. But thank you so much, and I will see you in the next episode. Take care. Peace.